Just put down the vape, just put down the weed, just put down the beer and chill. Just go cold turkey. It's easy, isn't it? Well, if you've ever tried, you know how non easy that is, how difficult it really is. And I've been doing it for now. I've been sober about a week, 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks for weed. Alcohol, it's been 2 weeks. Nicotine, at first I wasn't even going to stop nicotine, but then as I'm dealing with withdrawals from like beer and weed, at a certain point it's just like I may as well just fix everything. Like if you're already going through withdrawals enough, for me, weed withdrawals were bad. And I don't know about you guys, for me, in this video I'm going to sort of explain my journey with it. Like I know I'm still ongoing in this journey, and if some of you guys are going on the same journey with me, like let me know. I like to watch videos of other people going through these journeys. It helps a lot, man, because it's you wonder like, okay, how bad are my withdrawal like cravings? How bad is my stuff compared to these other people that are going through it? Because sometimes when you're looking at like these coaches to help you stop, doing drugs, you'll just see like, okay, maybe they haven't done it for 20 years, so you may feel like they don't understand anymore. Like, oh, they're sort of out of touch. And so I'm right here. I just stopped. Weed for me was hard, and I'm gonna tell you guys how much I smoked, how much I drank, and then what the symptoms were like, what I dealt with, how long it took to get over them. And guys, hopefully we all can become better versions of ourselves. That's the goal here. I want to help someone. I want to help someone. So let me know where you are on your journey. So with weed, for me, I love to smoke weed. I'm 26 right now. I've been smoking weed since I was like 14, 15. Back then it's like you can't I couldn't buy it every single day, but back when you're a teenager, it's smoking with your friends. You might be able to smoke like a few times a week, just on the weekend or having fun with your buddies, but like it changes more. It gets more serious once you're an adult. Once you have a job, once you have income, like once you can make your choice of how much you want to do it. So then it's like it's fun. Like don't get me wrong, just sparking up and getting zooted, it's it's fun. It is fun, but like over time, I think your body does change. Like the reaction you once had, maybe when you were younger, like it might start to change, or you might have like a bad experience that like might just change the way like you view weed. Or like me, I did everything, man. I did with weed. I did THC carts, like I just hitting regular dabs, bong rips. I probably went through, on average it was around an ounce a week. Like I swear. And for some of the heavy smokers, you know what I'm talking about. It wasn't always smart, but I was still able to do my stuff. Like sometimes I would even save money from doing other stuff. Like instead of buying new clothes, I might just be like, screw it. I don't need new clothes. I'd rather just smoke weed and have fun. And like after a while, for me, it just you just sort of get tired of it, because these things, they start to be the things that were once fun. They start to become crutches. Like, and it's you're gonna see what I'm talking about with a lot of these things. Like they start out good, like they start out fun, like really fun. Like weed, it started out really fun, and then it only seemed like weird when you ran out, and then it's like, whoa, it's like I'm not feeling too good. Like when it runs out, you're not able to get any. Like it's almost like questionable. It's like almost like, man, I know it's weed, but it shouldn't be affecting me like that. Like I shouldn't be feeling like a crackhead. Like I shouldn't be feeling like this is like meth or some crazy drug that like I'm just fiending from, you know? And like that's when you start to like recognize like part of the problem. And here's how alcohol comes into play for me and my experience with it. So, I felt like I was doing too much weed. And this is a longer out process. I would say mainly in the last few years. I was like, okay, so what if I cut down weed a little bit and I drank like a little bit more to try to balance this out. This was my thought process. And like I mean it worked. It worked for a certain point to a certain extent, and this was like I wasn't even thinking about stopping like nicotine that much because I'm like, okay, if I can stop smoking weed or I can stop alcohol, that's good enough. You know, like that's good enough. Is truly how I felt, and it's just the wrong mindset to have. Like I completely had the wrong mindset with it, and like now I just see it. Like I never wanted to be that like type of person, man. And it's everyone is different. Like everyone is gonna have to deal with these things differently. And the alcohol part for me though, it was more like trying to get away from weed, and then it got to this point to where it's like, okay, now you're just smoking weed and drinking. And then it's like, and then you get to a point where it's like, I'm drinking a little bit more than smoking weed, and I'm not feeling that great. Like I'm not feeling that great doing it, but like, well, let's say I'm out of weed, right? Let's say I'm out of weed for a few days, and I'm starting to like, I'm not feeling great, dude. Like my chest be feeling weird. Like I'd be feeling pressure. That's what happens with me a lot personally. I'd be feeling like pressure in my chest, like almost like anxiety. And I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then that's when I would like drink a beer, right? I would drink some beers because it would actually help it. Like it actually would help it, but it just makes it worse. Like it's, you know, like if you have anxiety from not smoking weed and then you drink beer to help the anxiety, it's like, dude, it's just making it worse. Like it's giving you more anxiety. And now I see it, dude. Like once it started clicking for me like that, like a month ago, I was cutting down on beers because I'm I'm trying to do a diet, okay? And then I figured out how calories work. So I figured out that I was actually drinking a lot of weight in beer. So I was like, yo, if I just cut the beer out, I could actually lose a good bit of weight from just cutting out beer. Like truly, I never realized that. So I started like cutting the beer. I was like, all right, I might just drink one day a week. This is where I was at. I was one day a week, right? And that was fine. And then about 3 weeks ago, I just crashed out, man. Like I was getting lit, like just watching the UFC fight with some friends, and dude, I just like binged out, bro. Like I probably drank like 25 beers, man. And it just like after I like stopped, like normally it's I know that's a lot, but you can handle it if you drink enough, but like where I was drinking less, like that time, it like really affected me, man. I think I borderline got alcohol poisoning. I was like ready to go to the doctor a few times and stuff, man. Like my liver, like yo, right here, just my right side of my stomach. I was hurting for like, bro, I was hurting for like a week and a half, dude. And like after, I'm like, yo, I'm done with alcohol, man. Like I'm just done with alcohol. And then like, then, and then I was like, okay, I felt like the withdrawals from it for me weren't like that bad. They weren't like really noticeable that much until I ran out of weed, like a few days in. I ran out of weed a few days into this, like cutting back on alcohol. And then at that point, I'm like, well, if I'm already feeling bad from alcohol, I don't want to go buy weed. Like it this is like where it started to like all click for me a little bit. I'm like, why would I go buy weed when like I just did this to myself with alcohol? It's like it was like a lesson for me to just chill out, bro. Like I was like, man, you gotta chill out. Like you gotta take control, man. Because like these things you're trying to do to like fix the anxiety or just like fix the feeling weird, it's just creating this like loop of like more anxiety. And like once you recognize that, like it makes these things easier. Like this is in front of me. Like I don't really have an urge to hit it now, but we're really gonna talk about this because I did feel an impact. So I run out of weed. Okay, we're almost to right now where we are in the timeline. Run out of weed. Ooh, that's when I start feeling some symptoms from withdrawal. 2 days after that, I want to wake up in the morning and smoke. That's what I like to do, man. I like to smoke. Like if anything crazy is going on, I like to smoke. You know, if I'm bored, I like to smoke. If if things are bad, bro, if I'm having a shitty day, I love to smoke. But the thing is, it's like every single situation in life, it's like, and when you think of it in that way, everything in life is meant for you to smoke. So it was like, bro, it just getting weird, man. And it's like these things like start clicking in my mind of like, dang, like maybe I am wrong, like the ways that like I'm thinking, and then at that point, that's really when I wanted to just stop the vape, and the vape. I know that's what most of you are gonna be here for. I assume you guys might be here for all three, and if you are, congrats. If you are quitting nicotine or smoking, if you're quitting THC, dab carts, weed, and alcohol all at the same time, you got some crazy willpower. That's all I have to say. So give yourself some credit. If even if you are trying to stop, give yourself some credit because that is actually crazy. And I wanted to make this video a few days ago. I did. I wanted to when I was deep, deep in these like withdrawal symptoms, but okay. The weed ones, you all know the weed ones pretty well. Like it's like almost like cold sweat, just wanting to smoke, irritable. Like I would be getting angry, like a little bit. I was like, ah, but I knew it had a purpose. Like I knew the reason, and the insomnia was bad. Um, a thing with me, I don't know about you guys. Like every time I would try to go to sleep, it felt like when I would lay down at night, it felt like my calf muscles would be like start to ball up, like right in the bottom of my calves. So it almost like restless leg syndrome. And then just the normal like anxiety, and it's like you get tired of dealing with the anxiety things, man. And it's like you're it starts harmless. Like you're doing these things to try to like have fun or try to chill out. Like you're like no one like starts smoking weed and was like yeah, I want to be addicted, or like alcohol, like yep, I want to be addicted. It's like you aren't like thinking about that, and you aren't thinking about like anxiety at first. Like you aren't thinking about the side effects at first, like when you're feeling good. Like you don't, a lot of people won't notice them like until they randomly run out. Like, like they might run out of beer one day after they've been drinking. Like, maybe they've been drinking hard the last month, and you might run out of beer. And then you actually you actually like realize, like, after a few days of trying to not drink, you're like, man, I feel terrible. And then it might finally click, like, in your head. But me, for nicotine, I want to say nicotine, the first day of quitting nicotine, you literally every 10 seconds, you're like every 10 seconds you are like almost licking your lips, like something's missing in your hand. Something's missing in your hand, and there are some things that can help that. Like, I bought these fidget things. These help a little bit. That's gonna be your number one thing at first, I think. So if you have something in your hands, like sometimes chewing gum, like something like stimulating, but like this was something like I needed. I needed to have something to have my hands busy. That was something that would get me a lot, right? And then, like, just brain fog. Like, I would just be talking to my girlfriend, having a normal conversation, and then it's like you just can't remember what you're talking about, and it would just really throw you off. Like, it's all the way around your head, and it presses down in it, like the brain fog too. So it's like yeah, you can't remember, but like also there is like a pressure in your head, because your mind, like your brain is telling you that it's telling you to take a hit. Like, it's telling you, that's exactly what it's telling you. It's telling you, like, hey, I'm not used to this. Like your brain is like lying to you, It's trying to get you to hit it again. But what I realized, though, the main thing that helps me is that, like, I know on my life, if I start hitting this vape again, for one, if I wanted to quit, this whole cycle would start over, and it is not a fun cycle. I think at this, like, I'm not trying to like make things a little bit better, right? So it's see, this is where it gets like confusing, because at what point do you just like stay completely sober, or do you start to balance things? Because for me, I think dealing with this nicotine thing, I could totally see myself being able to smoke weed again every now and then, because the long-term effects of like smoking weed are really like minimal. Like, there might be like withdrawals if you are smoking heavily, but like for nicotine, I don't want to go back to smoking nicotine, man. Like, I really don't, and that's like, some vices are going to be bigger than others. Like, you might have more of a problem with alcohol, or you might have more of a problem with weed than you do alcohol. Like if you're good on alcohol, I mean, like, if that's what you like you don't have any problems with it, it's not affecting anything, like you ain't getting withdrawal symptoms, like, you're good. But for people that can't balance things, it's always gonna be hard. Like, it's all like, you have to be like strong. You have to be strong. It's if you give in the peer pressure, like if you just go out to a bar and you can't drink, and like you can't go to a bar without drinking, then don't go. Like, you have to think about the things that you're doing before you do them, or else you're sort of screwing yourself over. Like, you want to give yourself a chance. Like me, it don't bother me right now to see that vape in front of me and stuff. For one, it's sort of like an old one. Like, I knew if I hit it, it would taste bad anyway. It don't have that much juice in it. Like, I gave my good one that I had, I didn't stop. I didn't stop on a full one. When it was halfway, I just said screw it. I was done with it. I gave it to my girlfriend. and she said she maybe is going to quit after she sees me do it for a while. But I've been off of nicotine now for I think 3 days, 3 days straight. This is gonna be my fourth day. Like by tonight, it'll be day 4, and just the first 2 to 3 days, man. Like that's all it is. But you have to realize, man. Like just like keep pounding it into your brain. If you hit your vape again, it's just going to give you more anxiety. Like it doesn't help anxiety. It doesn't help these things. Like it just reinforces this loop, man. And like once you just like throw this vape away and just like say I'm done with this loop. I'm done with the alcohol loop. I'm done with the weed loop. Like that's what you got to do it. Cuz I still like weed, you know? I still like beer. But there's got to be some sort of balance, you know? Like maybe I need to be sober for a while just to figure out like what my balances are that I think would be smart. Like, you know, I think I need a break just from all of it for a little bit to get my shit together. Just to, I want to look at life from a different way. Because I'm 26, I've been drinking. I was never too big on. I was more big on it in the last few years. I don't know why, but beer has been getting me. Like I do like to have a good beer, and that's been the main thing getting me. And but the main reason for me to stop drinking beer was mainly because of the weight it was putting on. And like I wasn't feeling that great. Like sometimes I honestly I think to a point I was having withdrawal symptoms from beer. Like to be honest, because sometimes when I didn't drink beer, I would sort of feel like that like almost little pressure in my chest, and I don't like dealing with anything in my chest. It sketches me out. So like basically with that, it's I would drink a beer and I would feel better. Like it's not helpful. Like it doesn't help. Like if the chest thing, if it is just anxiety, hey, then I have anxiety, but like you don't know, and I have to figure it out. And for whatever you guys are going to do, whatever you guys want to do, you have to figure it out. And it's hard. Like it's going to be hard. Of course the first few days are hard, but I mean, dude, just give it 3 days, man. Like yeah, it's hard for all of us. Like don't think you're special. Y'all might like that one. Don't think you're special, man. Like these if you're drinking all the time, if you're smoking all the time, like if you're smoking weed all the time, if you're smoking nicotine all the time, it's gonna be hard, dude. Like it's gonna be hard no matter what. You gotta push through it, man. You gotta give yourself a chance. Like at least give yourself a chance. If anything, guys, if anything, if you cannot stop completely, just say to yourself, I'm gonna give myself 1 month. I'm gonna give myself 1 month to go without these things, just to see if there can be any improvement in my life, and start from there. I think I'm seeing a little bit of improvement um, from nicotine, but like life wise, it's too early to tell for me. But if I can have like less anxiety, that's a positive, man. That was something even before, like I was more like had social anxiety like in high school. Like that was always like a thing I sort of like dealt with, and then it felt like weed would help me. It felt like these things would help me. And then at sometimes they're just the things you think that help you just don't help you at all. Like smoking weed does not help me with anxiety. You know, like drinking does not help me with anxiety. Does it give me like liquid courage and allow me to talk a little bit easier and stuff? Like, yeah, but like that's not a fix, man. Like that's like a crutch. That's not a fix for my anxiety. For like I don't like feel like talking to people and I need like a few beers to want to talk to people. It's like that's not a fix, man. That's like a crutch. And it's like I think you have to understand them. If you can understand them, you can make it a long way, man. And just let me know what you guys think of this video. Like, I've been ranting for a while. It's pretty crazy. I've never made a YouTube video like this. I mean, maybe I'll make more videos. I hope you guys want me to, but just let me know your thoughts on this, and like let me know how long you plan on being sober. And hey, even if you break your streak, just still come back to this video and give updates, man. Like, we all want to know your different updates. I'll give you guys my updates if you want them. And yeah, like, subscribe. Yeah.